Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are doing another daily race B on Gran Turismo 7. We are going to be at the Red Bull Ring in Group 3. I did set a time for this one. It's not the best time in the world, but just quickly before the race I just get a solid lap in. So we're starting a little bit higher up. We're going with the most dominant car in terms of lap times. I'm not so sure about the race. I think possibly the Porsche 911 is probably the best one for the race. But we're going with the GTR. We've got a Ferrari just in front of us and a WRX Subaru just behind us. So we'll see what we can do going into turn 1. As you can see, there's quite a bit of a gap between me and P9. I'm not really sure why that is. I feel like the gap was a bit too big. But he brakes really early. We go for the gap and we just get completely taken out there by the Mustang behind. Not really sure there was any attempt to brake. So that is Ram 1 of the day in turn 1, of course. Can't be anything else. So we are trying to make the most of what we have to work with. Basically, we're down in 15th. As you can see, Supernova, who did come off worse in that crash, is not best pleased. But I did have a discussion with him afterwards, just to explain, you know, it wasn't me. As you can see, the Mustang there off with a 5-second penalty. The GTR there also spinning on the exit of that hairpin. So we're back up into 13th. We did start 10th, so it's not too bad. We've only gone down 3 positions so far. But we can see as we come up to the penalty line, how many you've got penalties? Just 2, I believe. So that's another 2 positions. We're back up into P11. As we cut that corner very sharply. Surprised I did not get a penalty for that, but we'll take it. We'll move on up, get into the slipstream of Drop of Art. The Italian just up ahead in the Subaru, as he gets a massive twitch there on the exit. Managed to hold it, probably playing on the controller. Getting the slipstream all the way up the hill here. Braking nice and early. We don't want to go for the lunge. As we say that, we get lunged by the Porsche. All getting very messy on the exit here, and we stay in P12 or P11. Sorry. In fact, Master Formula, the one who did massive lunge, is the only one to come off worse in that instance. As you see, Drop of Art just dumping someone onto the sand there, not very sportsmanlike. But we're going to see that later in the video. Not the cleanest of driver, let's put it that way. Well, let's see if we can overtake him here in this S section. Trying to get a good exit, but he's just parked on the apex. Good driving, good defensive driving. But we have got that superior power. The GTR, trying to make it work on the inside, and then he just I don't know, just accelerates into our bumper. Maybe didn't see me. Compromises my exit on the last corner there. So it's going to get the run down the straight as we cross the line. But I do have the inside. I'm going to try and make it work. Give him space on the outside. There was plenty of room. There was a Subaru-sized gap. Now, to be honest, I was expecting him to completely launch it going into this corner, but he does play sensibly. As we see another Porsche there spinning on the runoff section. going to give us the run, but I don't think we're going to be close enough to make the move. We just stay behind him as we get punted again and just shoved off onto the sand. Try and keep control. And that's going to lose us another position as Master Formula comes through in the Supra, not in the Porsche. I think I said he was in the Porsche earlier. And he's just going to run into us, try and push us out, do anything he can to get past. This has got to be one of the dirtiest races I have ever been a part of. All the way up from the top of the grid to the bottom, there were just contacts, everyone complaining about each other, everyone ramming each other, dive bombs of the century. It was not a fun race to be a part of, but we're going to see what we can do. We are still in P10, surprisingly. I can only imagine that all the people behind me are being rammed or, you know, pushed off the circuit or something like that. So we're doing pretty well to stay out of the trouble as we just go into the back of Master Formula there. I back completely off. But we are not in a good position right now. We have a rammer in front. We have a rammer right behind, of course. Bushy with that Mustang rammed us in on lap 1. And then Master Formula, of course, rammed us on lap 2, I believe. So we're just waiting for them to serve the penalties. Formula has a 0.5 second penalty. I believe Bushy also has a 0.5 second penalty. As Formula there goes very wide, we're going to get the run, and that's going to increase his penalty to 1 second. So that's going to give us a pretty good gap going into these last 2 corners here. Just get the exit right, get the run, so that we can just run away. And as you can see there, the gap going up to 1 second. So I don't think we're in ramming range, but we'll just have to wait and see. Yes, and it looks like everyone's playing by the books now. As we move on to lap 6, did go fastest in the first sector on lap 6. And we can see there Subaru WRX JT spinning out. That's going to put us up another position to P8, and that is pretty much where it stops. We couldn't catch the Italian in front, although we were catching him, just didn't have enough lap time or laps to do it. So that's going to round off this one. Thank you so much for watching. Really happy with the P8 considering the lobby. I really need to improve my ratings, my sportsmanship and my driver rating. I can't get clean races in this sort of lobby. But thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.